I can't wait to learn it. We are
We are
live.
live now.
Yes,
So,
we
hey
are.
guys, I gotta take a bathroom break. So, Camille is gonna keep you company for a few minutes until I get back.
Hello, guys. I am so glad that you guys stopped by today so we could all have a conversation and learning how we can just sit back, relax, and have a good time, right? So, I had the most amazing, fabulous weekend this weekend with Popcorn and the Movement, the global conference. I mean, we were in a room full of nothing but pure love. Johnny Reagan was amazing, and he's going to be coming on the show too. I look forward to it. He was sharing and loving, and I even got a medal, a gold medal. Yes, all my students showed up and they supported me. It's amazing when you have people that recognize that you're doing something different. I'm so blessed and so honored that it happened. And look who showed up. Hello, sweetie. How are you?
I'm great. Can you hear me well?
Can
See
hear
me
you.
well?
You're a bit on the dark side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Need
It's
a little bit more
coming
light on
at
you
that.
so we can show off your beautiful face.
I know it's
That's a little
better.
better. That's a little better.
Let me move a little bit more.
That's a little
Maybe it's
bit.
a bit.
Oh, that's a little bit better. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the porch. And how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you to having me here. I'm so glad to see you, all of you. Thank you so much to invite me here. I'm so glad to be here. It's my honor, ladies.
It is our honor just to have you here. And I'm so grateful for Team Porch Talk. Camille, Rob, God, girl, you stepped right on in there when I needed you. Let me tell you something. If you've got a team and your team can't handle what you're doing when you need to step away or you can't show up, you got to change your team. Okay. I think that after people are with you for a while, they kind of learn what you're doing. Now, even though I haven't been on the platform with the fabulous Camille Robb and what she's doing, guess what? I believe that if something happened and she had to step away for a few minutes, I believe that I could kind of carry on a little bit until she gets back. Okay.
Yes, you
So,
can.
so welcome to Porch Talk Live Worldwide. And we are so happy to have you here with us to enjoy this great conversation that we're going to have today. And our special guest, Diliana, is here to talk to you. But before she does that, we got to clean house a little bit and kind of tell you some do's and some don'ts and what's coming up and what we're all about. Okay. So this year, we've already had our vision board workshop. We've got another one coming up at the end of the year, and you can always find out what we're up to, what we're up about by going to Porch Talk Live www.porchtalklive.com www.porchtalklive.com. It'll have the programs that we're involved in. It will have all of the events that we're doing for the year. Okay. Now, what we have coming up soon, I think our next bout is at the end of April. We're actually going to have a 1 hour talk about vision boards once again. And what we're doing there is we've already had the workshop where we've talked about what we're going to have, what we're putting together. We want to talk about how to engineer that to make it get started so that you can see some of the things that you're looking for come to pass. Okay. So I'm excited about that. We've got women with vision coming up. We've got women of influence coming up, and we've got celebrating women of influences down the year. So remember, go to www.porchtalklive.com and you'll find all of our events for the year on that page. So let's get started with this special guest of ours. Diliana's going to be talking about different areas of sleep for us and some of the problems that we're having. But I want to kind of give you a little information about her. Okay. So she's a holistic health practitioner. She created Holistic Healing Academy for Women in Midlife for support and to learn how to manage symptoms of premenopausal and menopausal naturally without medication. She is an expert in relaxation and holistic approaches for your health and wellness. She is dedicated to helping and empower women in midlife to thrive and no longer struggle with their health. She did research to understand that the small changes in a person's lifestyle can manage the symptoms of menopause and start the healing process. Diana was nominated for the Client Care Awards from Your Holistic Earth for the care she gives to her clients. She works with the mind, body, and spirit to bring you into alignment with your highest intention to keep thriving, seeing results within a few weeks with your sleep, energy, and overall well-being. Now, I like that. We all want instant results. That's just the way we're made up. So to hear that, if I'm having problems with my sleep, that I can actually have results and it won't take longer than a couple of weeks, man, that is something that I truly love. So we're going to welcome Diliana to the show. I'm so happy to see you here. So I just want to say hello to you and welcome, Diliana. Kind of give us an idea before we get started with the talk as to why you chose the area that you're in.
I actually was in a corporate work before. I used to be a lawyer, but I wasn't kind of satisfied with this kind of work. I didn't feel my call. I didn't feel my mission or purpose in life in this area. And I discovered my purpose in yoga. And when I discovered yoga, I always took that modality or science as a holistic tool for healing. And then I add other tools as a meditation, breath work, breathing, so that you can relax, you can heal whatever you can with yourself. Just I believe that body have ability to heal himself with in natural way if you live in a proper way, if you live a healthy lifestyle, if you also have a philosophical mental state that allow you to bring this balanced wellness in your life. So I was called just before the pandemic to focus more on women health after 40s because I was in my early 40s and I realized that I cannot sleep well and I was irritated all the time and I barely walk through the day without endless coffee and without endless coffee and sugar and without additional energy support. And I couldn't understood why with all my knowledge of wellness and health, I cannot really manage my energy and rest really and sleep well. And I very often wake up after 4 or 5 hours sleep. The good thing is that I have meditation in my tool belt and I always replace it or add it to whacking of hours of sleep, this meditation, which is again make me feel rest and rejuvenate. But in this time, I was not so careful with demand of my body. I didn't listen what my body need to rest a little bit more, to start to manage my day in different way. And I keep pushing in the same way. So that's bring me to burnout and crashing fatigue, which is bring me to the way to research more and find a way how I can actually heal that and how I can prevent that other women to don't go in this way and don't go so far. And actually, there's a very natural way, very small tweaks that you can do in your lifestyle, in the daily life, that you can bring you really a good rest, a good sleep, and also good energy, so that you can be more productive and go through the day with better energy and focus.
So I would imagine that anyone, because of the pandemic, that's really having I think when I'm going to kind of change this a little bit. I think like when the pandemic came in and a lot of us had to come home, and all we really had was a lot of sleep before a lot of us turned into becoming entrepreneurs. We were sleeping during the day, in the afternoon, getting up late or what have you. And it kind of interrupted our normal sleep pattern that we had. And because of that, it was like sleep 3 4 hours, then you woke again, or like me, I was working on growing my business. So a lot of times I didn't go to sleep until maybe like 1 2 o'clock in the morning. But then at maybe 6 o'clock, I would fully wake up. And then again, early morning, I'm sleeping, I'm ready to go back to bed. So I was really searching for a new way. How do I figure out to get on a routine that really works, where I can get the normal amount of sleep that I need, but I'm sleeping um, uh, yeah, in a specific time zone. I go to bed at 10, I get up at 6, or I get up at 7. So, but before I give you a chance to answer that, I just want to acknowledge some of the people that are actually on watching us. Betsy Miller is on, saying hello to us. And let's see who else is on here. Mary Jane has come on, and she's saying hello as well. So a lot of times, ladies, because we're on StreamYard, if you don't give StreamYard permission to see your face, all we see are your messages. So what you have to do is, if you haven't done that, so we'll know who you are, you got to put your name in there. Hey, this is Josephine saying hello to Carmen, hello to Dorothy. Okay, so let me actually find a question and allow you to start answering some questions. So I know I've got actually 4 questions for you to talk about. And one of the main subjects is, are you constantly feeling tired? Are you exhausted and depleted due to poor sleep? Okay, so that's a great question. But is there a solution to this question?
Yeah, if you constantly feel tired, there's actually few solutions. But the main solution is that you need to prepare your brain for sleep. You need to prepare your body to sleep. You need a regular routine to be more, to train your body to go to sleep in the same time and wake up in the same time. And most of all, you need to relax during the day, because what's happened often with the tiredness is that actually it's a cause of the chronic stress. And also in the evening, instead of the cortisol going low, it's going up, and you become more tired but wired, and sometimes you cannot go and fall asleep easily. That sometimes take hours to fall asleep. And if you go, as you say, after midnight at 2 o'clock in the morning, you interfere with natural rhythm of your sleep, and that really can cause you also poor sleep. And you, the next day, you don't feel rested and rejuvenate. You feel tired. Even you sometimes sleep 8 and 9 hours, but if you interfere with natural rhythm of your sleep, that's in you're in constant stress. You wake up many times. In the next day, you feel tired and you're not rested. So the best solution for this is to learn how to breathe properly. The best way is how to breathe properly, because you need to oxygenate your brain and your bring more oxygen in your blood, so that the blood vessel is more oxygenated. You bring more in the cells also oxygen, and that can calm you and then relax you and bring you in the state to want to sleep.
Yeah, I heard that because the heart needs a lot of oxygen, but the mind needs as well. That's something that I did not know, that we do have to learn how to breathe. And learning how to breathe, it actually helps to sometimes energize the body depending on how you're breathing. And it also helps to relax the body as well. So you're right. I learned a technique, a breathing technique that actually allows me to go to sleep within 15 minutes of doing it. So I know that what you're talking about really, really work. So hey guys, look, if you're really having a problem with falling asleep at night, and you find that you're up late, you want to sleep, but you're watching TV or what have you, then you are in the right place to get the solution that you need to figure out, what do I need to do to relax more so that that sleep will come naturally, and I don't have to take a pill, or I don't have to uh, uh, drink hot milk, or something like that to go to sleep. Okay, so we've actually got a question for you, and that is, why is sleep so important? Why is it important for us to sleep?
Sleep is so vital. It's even more important than food and drink, because you can survive probably a few days without food and without water, but without sleep, you cannot. You really will be exhausted, and it's responsible for all your system in the body to function properly. It's responsible for your emotions, your mental health, your physical health, your heart, your blood pressure, your brain. Actually, because during the good sleep, during the night, actually the brain doesn't stop working, and also it help eliminate all the toxin from the body. So some system never stop working during the night. So for that reason, we are built in this way. You're in as a human, you need so much the sleep, the good deep sleep, in order to function at all in the next day and at all. Because when you don't sleep, you're prone more in an accident. Yeah, you can be easily exposed in accident. If you can drive, if you can distract it, that can cause also accident. It's also responsible for your focus, how you focus in the next day, how your decision, your learning process, your memory. Sometimes they relate, if you don't sleep really well and have a long time chronic sleeplessness, that some disease can occur also, like diabetes, weight gain, also Alzheimer, depression, anxiety, and so much more. So for that reason, the deep sleep is really important.
And I understand that that's one of the reasons why Sometimes when the damage to the body is really, really extensive, but it's not really unto death, doctors put patients into comas because we understand that that sleep, that rest, it tends to heal the body. And it is definitely so important. I remember uh going on vacation, and I had a long, long trip ahead of me to get there, and I didn't sleep before I left for the trip. And I was with my dad, and we were driving, and he got tired. I thought he was sleeping. He wasn't sleeping before we left, and I had to drive a long, long ways. And I'm telling you, by the time we got where we were going, I was so sleep deprived. And even when he relieved me to drive, I still couldn't go to sleep. Okay. When we got there, I was almost in a panic mood because I needed rest so bad. So I do understand that um, REM sleep, that's the deep, deep sleep we go into when we start dreaming, is so very important to us, strictly because it keeps us from losing our mind. It keeps us with our sanity. It keeps us into the real realm of what's going on. Okay. Like you said, without the rest, without the sleep, you get out there driving and you could run into something. I've heard of people going to sleep while they were driving because they didn't get the quite the amount of rest that they needed. So I'm going to give you a chance to answer this next question. Then I'm going to give the fabulous Camille a chance to ask you a question as well. So, what causes sleep deprivation?
There's many reasons for sleep deprivation. Can be medication, other disease, sickness, can be chronic pain, can be also stress, too much stress and anxiety from work, from environment, from stressful situation. It's worst of or shock when you cannot sleep. Sometimes the jet lag can cause not sleep well, or the demand of the work. If you work a nighttime shift or late hour shift, can cause you sleep deprivation. That can become habit for you, but that cause you a lot of problem. Also, the hormone changes, hormone balances, hormone changes in the women life, going through perimenopause and menopause. It's become to diminish the estrogen and progesterone. That influence also sometimes the cortisol level, which is going too much high in the evening and instead of opposite in the morning. And so you need to regulate stress. So using this stress management technique, using this breath, these deep breathing techniques to also regulate the how you sleep, the quality of sleep, how long you sleep, to be to avoid this risk for you with other disease. But other cause can be so many, but sometimes pregnancy, the birth child, sometimes, but for women, often it's hormone changes mainly.
Okay, that was a good answer. So, fabulous Camille Rob, you got a question for Diliana or a comment?
So, yes, Mr. Liana. So, my question for you is, with all the medication that the world trying to get you on, right? What was one medication that you had to take in order to sleep, or have you ever taken medication to go to sleep?
Yes, I used to take melatonin, but I very soon realized that it's help for a short term, but also the next day your brain is still dizzy, and it's not really your focus. It's not really so well. So the next day also have some of influence of that. Yeah, yes, you sleep a little bit more, you sleep a little bit deep, but then I realized that in long term probably can create dependency, which I wanted to avoid. So I turn more in natural herbs, which is valeriana root, which you can take it in drops in hot water, and in general, you drinking hot water in the evening is very very helpful with little bit valeriana, and there's a combination with different herbs also.
Mhm.
Um, that you can make a tea, calming tea, like chamomile also help, but there's other herbs that help relax the nervous system, the brain, and make you to sleep in a deep state without causing these side effects eventually from the other pills and chemical and yeah, from other. I also took magnesium calm, which is kind of powder, and sometimes there's a little bit GABA inside because they discovered that GABA is element that is very it's responsible for it's a neurotransmitter to relax the brain and the nervous system. There's other natural herbs, call them adaptogen, which I prefer and recommend to my clients to sleep better than sleeping pills.
Well, Betsy says that if I take medication, I wake up around 4 hours later.
Yes, the medication can be cause of you wake up often. If you cannot go without them, it can probably will be very difficult for you. But exactly, if you learn how to meditate, also many scientists say that meditation sometimes can replace your lacking of sleep, and also can add a little bit rest more, just to relax a little bit more, rest more during the day, take a maybe nap or something that can help to compensate these lacking hours.
Well,
So I
yeah,
gotta.
so true.
So for me, I don't do medication. I'm a herbalist. I don't mess with medication because of what medication have done. I've seen the reaction as a nurse in the past. I've seen the reaction, what happened. So when you try to explain to people, the more if you take natural, it's better and it'll help your body heal. So I just recently had a surgery, and I've said there's several people that didn't know that I had it because I was doing the same thing I was doing. Sleep is something, in order for you to make sure everything works right, you have to get sleep. So noni, I have a noni tree, and my husband take noni and put it in a jar, and it just melt on its own. It's a nasty smell, horrible smell, or horrible taste. But I take that before I go to bed at night, and I get into my REM sleep. The leaves, he used it to make tea. The leaf of life, he does the same thing with the leaf of life. There's all these simple little herbs that you can take from the ground out of your garden, and you absorb it in your body, and it helps you heal from the inside out, plus give you sleep. That's the key. And you're so right. I'm so glad you're here to talk about the natural way of getting your sleep, because a lot of people, all they want to do is just pop, 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 4 hours top. And then you get up with a headache and you can't see. No, listen to Diana and take what she's telling you, and you can learn. So you need to make sure after you finish this, take her information, talk to her, and learn more about natural way of doing stuff. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can add also lavender. Lavender is
Mhm.
very, you can do aromatherapy also. You just add some drop if you have a diffuser, or just, yeah, you can also have lavender in your garden. Yes, you're right. You're completely right.
Wow. Third question for you. What is insomnia and what is the solution?
Insomnia is when you cannot fall asleep fast. If you take more than 30 minutes, that you probably have insomnia. Also, if you cannot stay longer asleep, you wake up many times during the night, that disturb the sleep. And when you wake up too early, as you say, after 4 hours or 5 hours, it cannot go back to sleep to finish the normal cycle. So your normal cycle, the circadian rhythm, it's in interfere, it's disturbed, and then in that way, it's caused this called insomnia, which is exactly difficulty to fall asleep, stay asleep, or when you wake up, you cannot go back to sleep.
So a normal sleep cycle is what? Is it 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours? What is it?
The classical, the different people need different hours of sleep, and every age is different. Like for baby, it's more, as you know, for the young children, it's more for the teenage. But if you compare the perimenopause and menopause and after 40 and 50, with aging, you start to sleep with the hormone changes, sleep less. Also, elderly people start to sleep less, but you still need to prioritize our sleep. I try to sleep at least 7, 8 hours. 8 is really ideal. 7 is not bad also, but if you that can be your target and for the sleep, for the sleeping good sleep hours.
Okay, I usually say if I can sleep at least 6 hours, I'm good to go. Just get me to the 6 hours and I can do it. So let's see. We had another comment. God provides these wonderful things in nature for us. And it's so, so true. I mean, I know that I take chamomile when hot chamomile tea at night when I want to sleep. But if I were to take, a guy told me yesterday that he takes uh, sleeping pills to sleep sometimes, but it's the after effect the next day when he gets up. So I remember when I had surgery and I couldn't sleep. I had the pain pills, but I didn't really want to get hooked on the pain pills. Now, this is my thinking. It doesn't make it so. But then I got sleeping pills because I wanted to just sleep. Okay. Same thing. I'm still taking pills and drugs. But when I would wake up, I would be so like drugged out. I would just couldn't pull myself together right away. It was like I was so sluggish, as far as getting my day started or even just getting up out of the bed. And it would kind of linger with me until like early afternoon. And I would kind of get a boost. And I was like, I can't take that anymore. I'm not going to take that anymore. Okay. So, so somebody says CBD does wonders for sleep.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can say, yeah,
Oriella.
in a small quantity. Yeah,
In a very small quantity,
yeah,
huh?
in a very small quantity.
Oh, wow. All right, let's go on to our fourth question. Why is creating a bedtime routine so important?
Yeah, it's kind of sleep hygiene that you train your body and brain to go to sleep in same time and wake up in same time. They say that it's helpful for when to get in the rhythm, the regulate rhythm of sleep, and get this circadian rhythm, not interrupted sleep. So it's very important, yeah, to have some kind of regime and not sleep kind of whatever you feel or need. But just make your body, train your body and mind to sleep in the same time, help you with the sleep more fast. You can go for more fast for fall asleep more fast.
Okay, so somebody said these drugs should be used temporarily only. Otherwise, you are telling your body that you will drug it to help it sleep. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so talking
So
Which
about
true.
drug? You mean which
the
drug?
CBC,
CBD, CBD,
yeah,
CBD.
CBD. I don't even know.
Yeah, I can say that everything in moderation, it's okay. Everything
Everything
in
in moderation. So Mary Jane says sleep routine is important too, but also quiet time. So how does quiet time help us with our sleep routine?
So you have to distinguish sleep from rest because for the body, for our health and wellness, you need rest too, not only sleep. So for rest, you need to find a time during the day. The best is in the morning and in the evening when you wake up and when you um, go to before to go to bed. But if you can during the day to create some space for you, just be by yourself and be quiet and just observe what's happening inside the body with your observe your breath, how you breathe. Just be observer and don't think too much, analyze too much what you tend to do during the day, because our brain is just overstimulated already all day
Mhm.
long. So for that reason, you need to stay away in the evening from the phone and the TV, which keep overstimulate. We need this quiet time to redraw our sense from all this stimulation outside. You know, this technology is good, but too much exposed in the blue screen all day long, and in the evening when you think that you rest with the TV, but actually do opposite. Uh, and you need this space just for you, just to be quiet and create this calm and to be able just to rest, because you need rest, not only sleep, you need rest also.
Absolutely. And it's totally two different things, because we can sleep and get up and still not be rested. We could be tired. We could be just so busy that we just don't have time. I remember coming into my office one afternoon about 2 o'clock, and I was going to sit down. I was going to do some work, and I sit down at my desk. I started working, but I had been so busy all night trying to get my courses together. And then I was up late that morning. I got up really early to get on a training session. And I just got busy during the day. And I came to my desk and I said I was going to work. And it was like when I sit down at the desk, and when I come into the office, I've always got music. I love jazz. So I've got the jazz playing, this playing quietly. And all of a sudden, it was like that sleep, that rest just whoosh, it just took over. And I literally, I've got two small loungers and stool over in the corner of my blanket. I got up, got in the chair, and pulled my blanket up over me, and I just knocked out. I was out like a light. Okay, but it was the wrong time to go to sleep, because I was up all night long. I mean, I went into a deep sleep. That's just how tired uh, I was. So I think for us that are entrepreneurs and we're working from home, I heard people talk about 15-minute sleep. I can't do 15 minutes. I can't do that one. I can't. But if I got my mindset, what I can do is I can do 30 minutes where I just sit and I rest and I am fine. And I can get up and I can get moving. And I think it's so important not only to have a sleep routine, but to also have a rest routine as well.
Mhm.
Whether it's getting up, sitting in a chair, listening to some music, and resting is not reading a book, okay? Some people think, I get a book and I'll read a book and I'll rest. No, that's not resting. Resting is doing nothing.
Nothing.
Meditate, turn the music on, close your eyes, let the music take you to places, to do some things. So I think that it is so important that we get a routine. Okay, and one of my routines to just rest and relax is that there's a song that I play, and it's nothing but instruments, and I just dance around in my office. I got three scarves, and I've got the scarves going round and around, and I'm just dancing. And what it does is it puts me in a relaxed state. Okay. Now I'm tired as heck when I get through, but But my mind is relaxed. It's almost like I'm in meditation because I'm not thinking about anything. And when I'm in that state, that is when I am most brilliant. The most ideals come about, and I can really do some things. Can you kind of talk about when you're in a relaxed state, just how energized you can become?
Yes, the energy for sure it's flowing in a free way, but you feel overall wow, just feel good about yourself. Because your brain is relaxed, your body is relaxed. If you feel this joy, this you want in this creative mode, as you say, you want to create more these creative moments that you can actually bring these ideas that you have. But you have to damp a little bit our mind, our brain, just to make a space to come inside. Because when you the full cup, you cannot do much for others also. If you want to serve in the better way, you need to empty sometimes this cup. So you need to empty our brain, ourselves, in order to fill it with good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really believe that. So everyone that's on Facebook, if you got some sleep questions or questions about just routines for whether it's be REM sleep, regular sleep, how meditation can help you to be more relaxed and more at ease, or whatever the question is when it comes to relaxing and sleep, please put it in the comment and we will get Deliana to address those questions. So, we don't have much time, so we're coming up. We're coming up on the time, and you know how I am. Sometimes I can talk a little too much, and then sometimes I can talk not a lot. I don't know if that'd be the case, though. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But we have a question that says, does reading have the same effect as watching TV, meaning they both keep your brain active?
I can say that reading is better to replace the TV. It's keep somehow your brain active, but it's make you feel asleep more easy and fast in more natural way. According to me, it's my opinion about this. That you just read 1 or 2 pages, not too much, just to make your brain really to feel relaxed and ready to go for sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I could actually just say that I know when I want to go to sleep, let me get a book, okay, and attempt to start reading, okay, and right away, actually what I want to go to, I want to go to sleep. But the same thing with TV, like if I'm watching TV in the evening time, well, let's say bedtime, that's more or less when I turn the TV on when I'm through doing whatever I'm doing during the day. What I find is that if I put on something on TV that's really boring or that doesn't have any action or anything into it, then I will soon drift off to sleep. I don't watch action packed movies. I don't and when I want to sleep, no action, no drama or nothing. I may watch a love story or something like that, and it can't be nobody killing nobody and all of that stuff. But if it is or even a funny comedy, okay, if I start watching that, when it's over with, I'm shutting the TV off,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to go into a meditative mode and breathing mode where I can, especially if I want to sleep, so I can relax the body. I do a meditation that relaxes the whole total body. But then I have the breathing exercise that helps to put me to sleep. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So I can tell, to me, reading a book and watching a TV movie is totally, totally different. You want an active mind, then more or less read a book. And the reason why I say that is because when you're reading a book, it actually puts you into the story versus the TV. Okay. It'll
Mm.
put you into the story. It gets you thinking that if you were there, what would you be doing differently? And I love that part of it. Okay. So now, just to kind of go back over some of the stuff that we were talking about, I'm actually just going to, well, somebody else came in with a question. So let me show what it is versus the four questions. Let me do this. Okay. So let's see. Ruth Ann. So Ruth Ann says, I keep a pretty regular sleep routine. I read for about 15 or 20 minutes once I'm in the bed and then fall asleep quickly. I love my 8 hours of sleep. Okay.
You see? That's how that's work.
Okay. So, it's good to know that other people agree with what you say,
That's
and
good. That's
yeah,
good. I'm
it's
glad. I'm glad that someone confirmed that actually works.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody confirmed it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, now back to the now I'll go back to the four questions. If I can find them. Let's see. Can I find the four questions? All right. So I just want to go back over some of the things that we were talking about right quickly. So the topic was sleepless nights and discovering how to get deep, restful sleep without medication. So we're going to go back to this topic. And that's how we're going to end the program. So, discovering how to get deep, restful sleep without medication. Okay. And I'm going to start it and you can finish it, Diliana. I believe that you have to have a certain time every day or every night that you go to sleep or you go to
Yes,
bed.
yes,
Okay.
I confirm that regular schedule to go to bed and wake up in the same time, even you Sunday, Saturday, if you can.
Yeah, mine is not too far off on the weekend. I want to get up every day at 7:30 every morning. That means that I want to be sleep by 12 midnight, no later than 12 midnight. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But just because Sunday, I know I can't sleep late because that's church. But Saturday, that's the day that I really want to. I can't do that because now I'm teaching a program on Saturdays, so I can't even do that. So actually, the routine has to stay the same. Monday through Sunday, my routine has to stay the same. Sometimes I can get off of that routine and I can actually sleep, or as a pastor, a lot of times I have to make sure that I can do some studying. What have you. I don't do that in bed because remember, I said my thing is I'm going to sleep. If I get something and start reading, I'm going to sleep. So I got to do that early in the morning when I am fresh. But I truly believe that a restful night's sleep brings you great ideas, but not only brings you great ideas, it helps you to figure out what it is that you want to do during the day. Okay. So, in the comments section, let's see who put Mary Jane put a comment in and said, quite possibly, especially if you're reading something that is unsettling. Of course, no
Yes.
unsettling stuff. And then she says, indeed, in bed by 9:15 and up at 5:30 a.m. I'm not up
I
that
can't
early.
do 9:15. I cannot do 9:15.
No,
There's mm-mm.
By
that's too
10
that's
interview, yeah,
early.
by 10.
I cannot do 9:15. Going to bed at 9:15. The latest I probably go is between 11:30 and 12:30.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got stuff to take care of, and I have to be up by 5 o'clock. So
If I'm in the bed but before 10 o'clock, then my sons will think something's wrong with me.
exactly, Mom, what's
And,
wrong?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
ideally 10, 10:30 maybe it's perfect, but yeah, definitely before midnight as much as possible because that's
Yeah.
the deep sleep what's happened.
Okay. Okay. So I keep a pretty regular sleep schedule. Okay, well, we did that one before. Okay. All right. So closing up. I'm gonna give Diliana a chance to give us some last words and tell us whatever she wants to tell us. She's going to also tell you how you can connect with her as well. I will share that as she closes us out tonight, this afternoon.
Yeah, so I can say sleep well, live well, and feel well. So you need to learn how to breathe properly through the nose with this deep diaphragmatic breathing to be able to sleep better and to have more energy. So to regulate stress and so much, so more. So for more information, yet visit my website dilianamileva.com, and I have a free gift there. We can download my 10 step or 10 secrets how to sleep well. And you can have my information, also my email and phone there also to connect with me and have a coffee and chat how you can improve your sleep.
And I just want to say one thing. The guests that we have on, when they have a free consultation, please take advantage of it. It doesn't mean that you have to buy anything. It's just what it says. It's a free consultation. So if you're having any kind of issues as far as sleep is concerned, you want to know what are some of the natural things that we can use. Sure, you can look on the internet, but one thing I believe that when we're doing something in the moment, we pay more attention to it than just going to the internet, looking it up or what have you, writing it down on some paper, and then you can't find the paper later on. So give Diliana a call now. For me, myself, and I, you got questions for the pastor, I'm always available for free consultations. Okay. I didn't put my calendar link in here, but I will have it for you on next Friday. I'll have my calendar link when we have our next guest coming forward. Okay. It's always nice. It's always great to have you guys to join us, to ask questions, and to come on in. So I'm going to say to you, we have a free event coming up at the end of May called Women of Influence, a free event. So I'm looking forward to you guys coming. We're going to have a host of women panel talkers, and we're just going to be just talking and having a conversation. But remember one thing, with Porch Talk Live Worldwide, the conversation doesn't start until you arrive. I want to thank our guest, Diliana, for coming on. Remember, here's her website, her email, and her free gift. So please take advantage of it. And we want to thank the fabulous Camille Robb for coming in again and hanging out for us and getting us started this morning. Stacy Paley is a little under the weather, so she's not with us today, but we're looking forward to having her back with us on next Friday. So look forward to seeing us again. I've got some new stuff coming up. We're going to be doing some Facebook chit chats and stuff like that in the future. We're getting ready to set up a newsletter for all of the entrepreneurs that I know, regardless of what you do. So if you've got a service that you provide, a product you want to sell, a message or a story that you want to tell, then Porch Talk Live Worldwide is the place you want to be. We're going to ask Diliana to come back on one of our events, whether it be Women of Influence or Becoming a Woman of Influence, and join our panel talk. So that means that, guess what? it's time for us to leave you once again and see you back here next Friday at 12 noon Central with our next guest. I'm Dorothy Mae Ross from Chicago, Illinois.
Ileana.
I'm Diliana Mileva from Vancouver, Canada.
And I am the fabulous Camille, and I'm from Orlando, Florida. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay absolutely fabulous, darlings. Have a blessed
See
week.
you again on next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.